Yo, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Matthew Maley from MatthewMaley.com. It's Friday night, we're back on the couch, and it's time for another weekly movie review. This week, our review is actually a submission that I got from one of my viewers, so thank you very much. You know who you are as soon as you hear the title of the movie. So thank you again. I really appreciate the feedback, and like I said, this is what I'm here to do. So if you guys have a movie that you want to hear my 2 cents on, just because I like movies, let me know. But this week, I reviewed the comedy Arthur, starring Russell Brand, Helen Mirren, a cameo by Nick Nolte, a little part by Luis Guzman, a very crazy Jennifer Garner, and Greta Gerwig, who I wasn't familiar with, but her face looked familiar, so I'm not sure what else she's been in. But the movie it pretty much follows the life of a drunken, constantly womanizing Russell Brand, playing a very similar character to pretty much what every Russell Brand character ever is, who is the sole inheritant to a huge company, and essentially his mother says that in order for him to continue living the life that he lives and have all the money, that he has to clean up his act and get married to the character of Jennifer Garner, who is the very hardworking, diligent female in the office. So, who of course has history with Russell Brand, because Russell Brand has sex with everything that moves. So it was an alright movie, really, and that's all my synopsis, because that's really all the movie is. Of course, he falls in love with somebody else, and hilarity ensues, quote unquote. At least that's what they were aiming for. It was an okay movie. I will not give it 3.5 stars, because I know that's been my norm, and I'm not doing that. I liked certain parts of it. It did make me chuckle in some parts. I think probably Helen Mirren and Luis Guzman were probably the 2 funniest characters in it. And it was funny to see just how over-the-top Russell Brand can be, because that is what he's known for, and that is what he's very good at. But there really wasn't much room for the character to grow. And I get it. Okay, it's a run-of-the-mill comedy. I understand that. But in the same sense, I guess I was just wanting a little bit more than I got out of it, because I think Russell Brand is a legitimately funny character. But I'm starting to get the feeling that he can't lead a movie. He cannot be a leading man. He just doesn't have, his act wears too thin. I thought he was amazing in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I thought he was truly what made that movie. An already very funny movie. I thought he made it. But I think that's where he's best, which is as a, I don't want to say a side character, but essentially that's what he was. He wasn't the star. He was a great addition to it, but he was definitely a co-star in it. Whereas with this, it's just all him all the time. And so much of the asinine, off-the-wall stuff he does, you're just like, really? You know, I mean, it just feels forced. And I'm not saying that if I had hundreds of millions of dollars, I wouldn't dress up in a bat suit, drive in an actual Batmobile, and run into the bull on Wall Street. That might happen. But how many times can that happen in the span of 1 2-hour movie, when all they've been implying is that this is what he's been doing over the past, 30 years daily? So it ran a little thin, and I definitely think they could have done better with the movie, but I honestly don't think they cared. I really do think this was just a movie, just to can it, ship it, let's go, make a couple dollars off it. But I think they squandered potential for a better movie than ended up coming out. Overall, I'm going to give it 2.5 stars. I know, see, it's not 3.5, changing it up. But I give it 2.5 stars. I thought it was okay. I would say if you have nothing else in the red box to watch, and you want to spend $1 on it, I would say it's okay for $1. I wouldn't spend $2.99 on the Blockbuster new release, but $1 at Redbox, okay. Really, more than anything, you're just wasting your time, because it's not, you don't gain anything from it, really. It has a normal stereotypical ending, has a stereotypical antagonist, a stereotypical protagonist, and while it's cool to see some of, like I said, some of the over-the-top things that he's able to do, and whatever, it just, at the end of the day, it just is somebody that they're showing as a raving drunk, spiraling out of control until he gets his life together and da-da-da-da-da, which, I thought that they did something stupid with this, kind of what they did with Get Him to the Greek, where most of the movie was based off of, and Get Him to the Greek, was based off of drug humor. Then at the very end, they come out and say, hey, no, drugs are bad. And this isn't a commentary on whether drugs are good or bad, or whether you do them or don't, or whether I do them or don't. But what I'm simply saying is you can't use something, you know, as your basis of a movie and then turn around and say it's bad. And that's essentially what they did with this as well. Is the entire movie is all drunken jokes, is all alcohol jokes, is watching get torn up and just drinking Maker's Mark and whatever. That was the entire movie. And then he makes his change at the end, and now alcohol is bad. Stay off alcohol. And I'm not saying it can't be debilitating, but don't portray him as funny because of the alcohol, and then at the end, cut it back down. That's like at the end of 300, the movie 300, if they would have come out and said, violence is bad, don't do violence. How does that work? At the end of Fast and Furious, they didn't come out and say, don't drive cars. Like, and I know it's a little stretched there, and I apologize for going on a little bit of a rant here, a little tirade, but that really irritates me. If you're going to sell a product using that specific means, then stick with it. Don't be a pussy. I mean, sorry. I mean, that's just my opinion on it. And if you've seen Get Him to the Greek, you know what I mean. I liked that movie until the very end. And then at the very end, it went from being a 3.5-star movie to a 2.5-star movie. Because I thought they took a total cop-out and just went really a sissy way, in my opinion. So let me know what you guys think. If you saw Arthur, if you liked it, while we're at it, let's talk about Get Him to the Greek. If you saw that and you liked it, let me know what your opinion is. Do you have an issue with movies that do that, where they sell you on something and then at the last second, nope, this is bad, don't do it? Because I do, obviously. But let me know what you guys think. If you liked Arthur, if you didn't like it, if you liked my review, if you didn't like it, I can only change off of feedback. I can only do whatever's, mentioned. So, hope you guys liked the video. Hope you guys, saw the movie. And if you didn't, like I said, it's worth about $1. So let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the comments. Send me a personal message. I know everybody who's requested movies has been sending me a personal message. Just comment them. I'm trying to boost my comments up so I get featured. And then people love me. And the next thing you know, I'm the biggest thing on the internet since, like, Keyboard Cat. Yeah, I did just throw a Keyboard Cat shout out in there. Anyway, stay tuned. I've got a really sick graphic that my boy Trayvon and I have been working on. So I'm going to have, like, an intro and a video outro and everything with some little links that you can click and stuff. So I'm trying to do it big. But anyway, Matthew Maley from MatthewMaley.com back on the couch. It is officially Friday night, and it is officially weekly movie review. It's actually Friday during the day, as you can probably tell, because it's light as hell in my house right now. But I'm trying to knock this out. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. As always, follow me on Twitter at Matthew Maley. Search me on Facebook at MatthewMaleyPoker. And of course, on YouTube at MatthewMaleyPoker. So check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Peace out, y'all.